Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by legendary promoter Bob Arum here in New York. Bob, we've just had the press conference for Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Security stopping them from facing off, but how excited are you for Saturday night?
Well, isn't it better than I was? I mean, there's been a lot of bad talk between the two of them. Why risk a confrontation where one guy pushes the other and subjects himself to a massive fine by the New York Athletic Commission, like what happened with Devin with the Lomachenko fight. So everybody wants to see a face-off, so we gave him a face-off with two New York City cops between them.
People have been critical of both Josh's last performance and Teofimo's. What's going to be the difference for either of them on Saturday night?
Well, whoever is the better fighter is going to win. They both have trained very hard for the fight. So I look for a really terrific fight. Really, I think it's going to be a tremendous, tremendous performance by both of them.
Both men have had personal remarks in the build-up to this. Josh has said he wants to send Teofimo into retirement. Teofimo said he wants to take Josh's life. Has Teofimo maybe gone a step over mark there?
It's all noise. Why would you pay attention to any of that crap?
I've seen in your comments that you feel like you're going to try and offer the winner of this fight or Shakur or the Loma rematch to Devin Haney. Do you think it's realistic that Devin might take one of those?
One fight at a time. This is a great fight. This could have very well been on pay-per-view, but we felt we had to do some big fights free without charge to the public. Let's enjoy this fight, and then we'll figure out what comes next for both of them. We have contracts with both of them. Win or lose, we're going to hope to promote their next fights.
Just on Vasily Lomachenko, he's obviously devastated. He never got the rub of the green on the scorecards when he fought Devin Haney. Aside from a rematch, what could be next for Vasily?
We've got to sit down with Igor Klimas, his manager, and with Vasily Lomachenko. I'm a big fan of his, and we'll figure that out sometime this summer.
Sticking with that side of the world, Oleksandr Usyk has signed with Skills Challenge Entertainment. Just get your thoughts on him doing that. Does that help maybe push the Fury fight a step closer if he was to take part in Saudi?
I have no idea. I mean, according to the Usyk camp, the Skills Challenge will help with the finances for the fight in Poland against Dubois, and then Skills Challenge hopes to promote Usyk against Fury in Saudi this winter, and I see no reason why that fight couldn't happen.
Eddie Hearn has said that they've received an offer from the Saudis now for Joshua Wilder, not in writing, but they've had those discussions and offers been sent across. Anything on the Fury end for the Usyk fight?
Again, I don't promote Joshua, I don't promote Wilder, so how can I comment? If, in fact, the Saudis would like that fight on a card with Usyk and Fury, it would certainly make for a massive event, and I would be happy to see it. But again, why would I even talk about that fight when I'm not involved with either fighter?
But does it give you confidence in that they've obviously had an offer, that an offer will be imminent for yourselves?
It doesn't give me confidence, doesn't give me no confidence. It has nothing to do with me. It's up to the Saudis, it's up to Joshua's camp, it's up to Wilder's camp, whether that fight will happen and at what cost. So I've learned at my age to keep my nose out of other people's business.
Alex Krashuk has said he's expecting a formal written offer to be sent across to the Fury team for that Usyk fight. When do you expect to see things start to take shape now?
Well, when the offer comes, it'll come to Fury and Queensberry and Top Rank, and we'll look at it. And that's certainly a fight that all of us would want to see.
How much has Tyson been badgering you to try and get a fight over the line, whether it be Usyk in December or he's mentioned obviously Joshua and what have you?
Well, we'll see. We hope he should have a fight this summer because that will keep him occupied and keep his skills at the top level. And I think Frank and George will be talking with him early next week, and hopefully they'll be able to arrange for a big fight this summer for him in the UK.
Is Fury Joshua still possible? We saw obviously those reports come out for September time.
I don't think it's possible. I mean, I don't see the vibe. I don't see any effort on Joshua's part to make that fight.
Just away from that, we've got the Spence-Crawford fight announced. Obviously, Terence, someone you've worked with previously. Just your thoughts on that undisputed bout?
I think that's a terrific fight. And like I said 2 years ago, and like I said last year, and I'm going to say now, Terence Crawford wins that fight. He's a better fighter. He has more skills. And I wouldn't be surprised if he knocks Spence out.
Bernardo Lopez defeating Mick Conlan recently in Belfast. Just want your thoughts on what's next for either man. Start off with Lopez, the Rebasi Ramirez fight.
That's possible. Ramirez is fighting next on the Inoue card in Japan in July. So we'll see. Lopez, is one of these fighters that was under the radar, and now he's in. Everybody sees how good he is. So he'll be back in action sometime in the fall.
Mick Conlan said he has no intention on retiring as well. So what next for Mick? Obviously, a lot of people were gutted and devastated for him that he just wasn't to be when he fought Lopez.
Well, we'll sit down with Mick and Jamie, and we'll figure it out. I love Mick. He's a great kid, great family, and he's certainly not finished. Guys can lose and come back and be better than ever. So I still hope that down the road there's a world title in store for Mick.
And just a final one, Bob, obviously I've seen your comments that you won't be trying to push for a Beterbiev-Bivol fight with WBC not sanctioning Russian fighters. So just kind of how gutted or disappointed you are. Obviously, I know you've had to take that stance, but yeah, just that we won't see an undisputed bout between Beterbiev and Bivol if Arthur was to defeat Callum Smith.
I would not do it unless the WBC changed their position, because I can see where they're coming from, and personally I'm a huge supporter of the Ukrainians. I think what's happened to Ukraine because of Russian aggression has been terrible, and Mauricio has taken the position that no Russian can fight for the title, and as long as he has that position, I'm not looking to do a unification. People say, well, Beterbiev is Russian. Well, not. Beterbiev comes from Chechnya, who got the crap bombed out of them by the Russians, destroyed that region, but he's more important. He's been in Canada for 14 years and has a Canadian visa, so he's more Canadian now than he is anything else.
Well, Bob, I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man, so thank you.
Thank you.